Hey everyone, welcome back to Off Kilter Homestead's preparation for the month of March. We are hosting a carnivore month challenge. This is just to kind of help you prepare. We are so close to food. The next video is actually going to be food. This video, I just wanted you to see some different methods of cooking. You don't have to use these methods. If you are fine with your skillet, your cast iron, whatever on the stove, that's perfectly fine. I'm just going to show you some different things that I use that make it easier, maybe even give me a little more flavor. If you're a good cook, you won't need them. I'm not a good cook, but I try. So before I get into the appliances, I just wanted to show you a couple basic things. First, get a kitchen scale. You won't use it a whole lot in carnivore. Every now and then you'll come across a recipe that requires grams as opposed to cups and stuff like that. You'll use it more on keto, and like I said, there's a lot of people that kind of go between keto and carnivore. So for $7, it's well worth the spend. Also, get a salt box. These are bamboo. I have one. I got these for Hannah for Christmas, and then I took a wood burner and I put mountains on it. So this is your pink Himalayan salt. And then I put a Star David on the other one for your kosher salt. It just makes it so much easier when you're cooking. You can just slide the top open, get what you need, close it back, and you don't have to worry about that. Also, pick up a meat thermometer. All right, this thing is $5, but it will save your life, especially if you do reverse sear, which I'll talk about here in just a minute. So those are kind of the main small little things that you need to get. All that whole thing, I may have $20, and so it's not much. The other thing that you don't have to have, but it will definitely save you, freezer bags are good for short term, but if you're buying a whole lot of meat in bulk, you tend to just get freezer burn and everything like that because you can't get all the air out. Pick up a vacuum sealer. Make sure you get your bags online. It's so much cheaper than getting them in the store. But I picked up this unit. It came with an accessory port for lid vacuum sealer for like ball jars, and a couple rolls for like $30 on sale on Amazon. Well worth the price. It will save you, especially if you do sous vide cooking, which I'll get to in a minute because I know Josh is excited for me to talk about sous vide, and so I'm going to save that for last. This item here, again, it's not a necessity, but it will definitely save you some time and some headache and just do a little bit better of a job. Food processor. If you have like a Ninja blender or something comparable, that would work fine as well. We have a big commercial unit, but the blade was recalled and Cuisinart took all the good blades and put it towards the recall, so I can't buy a new blade that we lost in a move. So I found this at a garage sale, $15. She said she used it twice. Basically, all we use this one for are pork rinds. We pulverize them and turn them into binding for meatballs or whatever. We actually had mozzarella meatballs last night, and it was pretty tasty. But get one. The cheese grater attachment works very well, and it saved me some time as well. Definitely worth an investment, especially get it secondhand. You don't have to get something big and fancy. Just get that secondhand yard sale, tag sale, whatever you call it in your region. This here is an air fryer. We've only used this a handful of times. It does very well. We enjoyed it. It's just new and we haven't quite figured it out or decided to sink the time into it that's required to kind of learn the new appliance. We've done steak in it. We've done chicken wings. The chicken wings were really good. Again, you don't have to have this. If you like it, it's a easy way to do steak. You can set it, walk away. It takes a little bit longer than on the stove or on the grill, but you can set it and walk away, do what you have to do, come back, and you're good to go. Now, Instapots. Instapots can be used for all kinds of things. Bone broth, make stews in it, all kinds of stuff. If you're unfamiliar with what an Instapot is, it's an electric pressure cooker. We have an electric kind. We also have the old school kind that your grandparents would use. They terrify me, so we don't use it. We just kind of have it because I'm a sentimental hoarder and I am afraid to get rid of anything. Like I said in earlier videos, I made bone broth in this. I was not a fan, but there is plenty in this that you can do. On top of that, you have the basic things that pretty much everybody has that I didn't feel like bringing out, like your griddle, your crock pot. Crock pots are wonderful as well. Now, sous vide. This here is a sous vide machine. For those that don't know what a sous vide machine is, sous vide is French for under vacuum. Basically what this does is you take your meat or whatever you do. If you're into keto, you can do this with vegetables, anything. You vacuum seal it. I've seen people do it, like the Epicurious channel, stuff like that. They just do it with freezer bags. I'm always paranoid about water getting in, so I like the vacuum seals. You fill up your pot with water. This is a big pot, and I have the big pot because I like doing whole slabs of ribs. You don't need a pot this big. So you fill it up with water, you submerge your meat that you have vacuum sealed, and basically you're just cooking it in a constant temperature, like a specified temperature. It's exact cooking. Water bath. And the water circulates in there, and it creates the perfect doneness for your meat. This is how I eat cheaply on Carnivore. I can get a chuck roast, I can get London broil, I can get all those type of roasts that are kind of tough by themselves, and I can cut them into steaks, put them in the bags, throw them in here. For the chuck, I'll put it in before I go to bed, and when I can get up in the morning and I can have steak and eggs in the morning, and it's perfect. The only thing with that, because it's so tough, you have to let it go for a long period of time. If you go too long, it starts to taste like roast. But if you pull it out early enough, you sear it, you're good to go. It tastes, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between that and ribeye, I guarantee it. If you do ribeye is good. My favorite cut is the New York strip. I haven't tried picanha yet. I really want to. I just have to find a butcher close to me to do picanha. A 1 to 2 inch ribeye, throw it in here for at 130 for 2 hours, and then I pull it out, sear it. And what's nice about this, instead of the traditional way to cook steak where you have a gradation of doneness, you may want it medium rare in the middle, and the very center will be that medium rare, but all the way to the outside, it just gets more and more done until it's well done on the crust. With this, the whole inside is done perfectly. You just have the crust that you use when you sear. You can sear on the stove, cast iron skillet. It's perfect for that. Learn from my mistake. Put the butter in as it's warming up. Don't let the pan get screaming hot, then throw the butter in, because you'll be running out with so much smoke. You can use a gas grill. That's typically what I use just because it's easier. It's quicker. I don't have to worry about waiting for the coals to heat up or anything like that. The only problem with it doesn't get hot enough to truly sear it. So I start to cook the steak a little bit, and you don't want that. If you don't have a grill, that's okay too. There are other solutions. What I do sometimes, and I did before I bought a grill, I went out and I got a chimney, charcoal chimney, and it takes maybe 5 minutes to heat up. I bought a grate, put it over there. You can sear a steak on the white hot coals very quickly. It creates the perfect crust. It is delicious. There's quite a few different things I'm still trying to do with the sous vide, learning how to do. Guga Foods, Sous Vide Everything are both, it's the same guy, but he has 2 different channels. Great resources on that. I have learned a lot. Also talking with a couple friends that do sous vide, I've learned a lot with them too. I make my wings with the sous vide, and then I fry them. And they're perfect. They're juicy, they're tender, wonderful. If you don't have a sous vide, that's okay, because the reverse sear method will do the same thing. It's just a little bit more labor intensive. You can't just put it in the water, walk away, and let it go. With the meat thermometer, the way the reverse sear works, you set your oven to the lowest temperature you can. I haven't tried it on this one. My last one was like 200. Set it to the lowest temperature you can, and you're gonna kind of let it ride there. Depending on the type of steak, Jess Pryles has an incredible article on how to do this method. I'll put it in the links below, and it will change how you eat steak. Again, it's the same way. So you put it in there, you let it rock for 2 hours or so until it's I believe 5 degrees lower than what you want. I'll also put a link for meat doneness because it's a very exact type thing. Pull it out of the oven, sear it. Some people put it on the broiler. I've done that. It works. Sear it in a skillet, on the grill, on your charcoal chimney, however you do it. Sear it, and it will be some of the best tasting steak. Make sure you let it rest for just a minute or two and let all the juices go back in. It'll be the best steak you've ever had in your life. So that's pretty much it. Those are everything that you would need to cook the carnivore diet. Again, you don't have to use any of it. You can have all of them and use them all. If you just had a skillet, that's perfectly fine. Also, one thing I didn't get out that I just thought about, a Dutch oven. We use that a lot as well, especially with chicken and stuff like that. So it's really beneficial. It helps. Not needed, but it helps. So I look forward to going over the different meats, how to eat cheaply on it, what to eat when you're out, the snack video, everything like that. I look forward to sharing that with you in the coming days. We're almost done with the video series, and then we can start getting in talking about what you're looking to get out of this. So if you want to comment what you're looking to get out of this, maybe it's weight loss like me, maybe it's you just want to reset, or you have some ailment that you're trying to get taken care of. Please let me know in the comments. Hop over on our Off Kilter Facebook page. Let me know there, because I want to be able to encourage you. And I would like some encouragement too. It's been much harder for me to get back in this diet than when I first did it. And I don't know if that's because I'm drinking the soda and it's causing me to crave sweets, or I'm just lazy. I don't know. But I do promise when we start in March, I don't care what kind of cravings I have, I will not give into it. I will give you guys my all. So remember to be self-sufficient, help everyone you can, inconvenience no one. And I'm getting excited. I hope you are too. Thanks. Bye.